All right, everyone, this is Ash. Welcome back to the King's Speech. So we're getting caught up with Shonen Jump videos today. So just finished recording the Spy Family video and just last week's chapter of Akane. So we're going to get around to the next chapter of Akane here in a second, as well as Kaiju, the latest Kaiju number 8 chapter in a little bit. So a lot of great content coming your way this weekend. So if you haven't already, as always, please do consider commenting, subscribing, all that good stuff. Especially if you enjoy my videos, it really means a lot to me to see your support. And it also helps me promote this content with YouTube's algorithm. So if you'd like to see more of it, if you'd like to help me out, doing all that, pressing all those little buttons would help me out a lot, would be greatly appreciated. I did mention I'm going to try to get back to read-throughs this weekend, but unfortunately I've just been really busy, and with the heat the way it has been, I am steaming inside my own skin right now. So I'm going to push off the read-throughs, I think, until at least the end of this month, just so I can get some stuff together, get caught up on the things I need to, so we can get back into it in full force. So look forward to that. Apologize for the delay, but it's just been kind of that kind of month. But without further ado, let us dive into it with Akane-Banashi, Story 65, most of all, with story by Yuki Suenaga, art by Takamasa Moe, translation by Stephen Paul, lettering by Sneer Aron, and Rakugo supervision by Keiki Hayashiya. And we pick up where we left off last time with a thunderous applause as Kaiichi bows on the stage, and you have, "Thank you very much. That was Kaiichi Arakawa. Now, let's proceed to the scoring." And you see a little braided hair whose name I am not going to remember until we see more of him. Just doing a slow, sarcastic clap with a whap. Or is he clasping his hands together? He's and you see going, "Please enter your scores now." He's like, "I'm alright. So what if you got a better reaction than me? He performed the exact way that old freaking man hates." And he's just praying. He's like, "Please, please." He's like, "Come in lower than me." It's we have a total. The score is... Oh, shit. Oh, shit, yeah. 91 points. It's our first score in the 90s that easily puts him in first for now. And you see, Iken gave him 18, Ryujaku gave him 20, Gakumon 16, the audience 20, and Stream 17. He's like, "No way! How come that one judge gave Kaiichi such a high score?" And you see the MC being like, "That's a very impressive score. How do you feel right now?" And you see just "Damn, that feels good." And you have no other words. And you see old reference. And you see a catchphrase started by swimmer Kosuke Kirajima after he won the 100-meter breaststroke at the 2004 Athens Olympics. He's like, "The kids won't get that one." It's "Damn it, why did that joker get all the points?" And you see Akane going, "Because he's able to joke about it. Regardless of who the judges are, even when stepping off the stage, his attention is still fully on the audience. He stays consistent to his core." She's like, "Kaiichi's a strong opponent." And you see in the background Hikaru just watching all this. As you have, that was Kaiichi Arakawa. We're going to take a 15-minute break now. And you see in the break room, he's on his phone, he's "Oh!" And he's "Googling yourself? Must be nice to have 91 points. He's like, "No, look at this. My wife and son are sending me their thoughts on my performance." And you see his adorable little kid just finding his TV. He's "That's Daddy." He's excited that Daddy's on TV, lol. 91 points. He said it was good. He's "What?" It's "Oh, that's so cute." He's "Isn't it?" It's "Man, who decides to quit his stable office job and be a Rakugoka when he's got a family to feed, though?" And you see Kaiichi going, "I know, but if I can't be happy, there's no way I can make my family happy." And you see Akane just pausing as she hears this. And you see again a little mini flashback with, "Are you sure you can find the bathroom on your own? You won't get lost?" It's "Yeah, I'll be fine." And you see back to when she's watching her father perform. It's "I'll be right back." It's "Of course I won't get lost, Mom, because I'm not actually going to the bathroom." It's "It's a very important test today. I want to show Dad some support before he goes on." Oh, what was her teacher's name? Shiguma. And as she's trying to head to the staff-only dressing room, she runs into Shiguma, who's just standing there glaring at her. It's "You know you're not supposed to go backstage. Even family isn't allowed back here. Now go on." It's "Sheesh." And as she's being led away, she hears Shinta going, "It's true though. If I don't make Shinichi, I can't make my family happy." And you see just like you can't see the expression on her face. Jav, will the next performer please get ready in the wings? Jav, all right. Oh, you see it was Zenmai first, then Kaiichi, then intermission for 15 minutes, then Hikaru, then Akane. And you have, all right, I'm going now. And as Hikaru's heading up, she pats Akane on the shoulder and goes, hey, do you have a moment? He's like, what's up? You really want me to come to the wings with you? He's like, is that a bad thing? It's like, not at all. And Akane's like, oh, that reminds me, I saw your photo book. He's like, huh? You saw that? He's like, thanks, but why? He's like, oh, Karashi gave it to me. And she just like twitches. He's like, Karashi's the guy from the Karaku Cup. Real skinny, eyes like this, and just like makes his face expression. It's like, I see. Yes, the Karaku Cup. I went on after the biggest laughs of the day, and then you went on after me. The situation now is kind of similar, right? It's like, oh, you're thinking now that you mention it, right? I mean, it was a year ago, and memories fade with time. But I remember it like it was yesterday. I remember it and gnash my teeth, hold back tears, and feel pitiful and small. And she's like, Hikaru? It's like, the truth is, I lied. I do love Rakugo, but most of all, it's you. And she just kind of like cups Akane, she keeps brushing her hair away. It's like, I became a Rakugoka. I became a Rakugoka so that I could beat you, Akane Arakawa. And you see Akane just like shivering and taken aback by this. As she goes, you're finally paying attention to me, Akane. Don't worry, I don't bear a grudge against you and I don't hate you. I just want you to watch up close. It's like, now, let's bring out our next performer. And you see Karashi just watching this on his phone. It's like, okay, here's our third one of the day. So you have the chance to see. It's like, Hikaru Arakawa. It's like how I've polished my craft. And you see like thunderous applause as she gets up on the stage. And the comedian guy is like, so much cheering just for walking on stage. She must be the popular voice actor. You have another eccentric choice of pupil again. It's like, eccentric? A rather harsh choice of word, sensei. But if you allow me to quibble with you, there are certain feats that take an eccentric to achieve, sir. Oh, that's good. That's good. Alright, I guess some quick thoughts on this chapter. Not much to say. Was it Zenmai? Let me just quickly... Yeah, Zenmai, I love how fucking spiteful he's like just praying. He's like, give that guy a low score, give that guy a low score. I really love that. That was amusing as hell. I feel like he's gonna possibly end up with coming in 4th place. Because while I still want Akane to lose, we'll talk about that a little more at the end after I talk about the other stuff. While I still do want Akane to lose, I don't feel like she should lose out that badly where she ends up at like the lowest place in this tournament. So I feel like he's gonna unfortunately be the sacrificial lamb, so to speak, that comes in last place in this tournament. But I did really love his attitude, how he's just getting like so annoyed by how much better everyone's doing than him. I love Kaiichi's facial expression. He's like, oh yeah, like, you know, damn, that feels good. That was really amusing. Again, I love how we get like more, not emphasis, we get a reiteration of his character where he's like, the guy's thinking like, oh, you know, he's on his phone, like looking at all the accolades, and he's just like, no, he's a family man, just like scrolling through his photos of like his happy family, like, watching the performance, sending him hugs and everything, or sending him like their thoughts and everything. That was really adorable. So I wonder, I'm curious how this makes Akane feel, where, you know, Kaiichi's like, oh, you know, where, you know, fucking Zenmai's like making a jab at him, going like, oh, you know, you gave up a cushy job for, you know, getting into Rakugo, where her father kind of did the opposite track, where he gave up Rakugo to go get a cushy job to provide for his family. So I wonder if she has any kind of conflicted feeling regarding that, you know, given like how Kaiichi's like so determined to make his dream, and he's like putting all his effort into there, and how he even got recognized by Isho when her father didn't. So I wonder if that's making her feel conflicted, given how, you know, her entire goal has been to like prove that, you know, my father's Rakugo does have worth. I'm going to prove that, you know, it wasn't fair for her to be dismissed all those years ago, etc. So I wonder if she's gonna kind of take that conflicted energy, that emotions regarding that. She's gonna kind of funnel that into her performance of the story. So I'm really, really curious how that's gonna play out. Like how all the other stuff leading up to it is gonna kind of affect performance with regards to that. Yeah, so we'll see how that all plays out when that happens. Apart from that, again, I hope Hikaru does stick around as a rival. I love little interactions with Akane, which is basically kind of making, shady little threats towards her, where he's like, I can't forgive the loss that happened that day. I want to show you up. You're my rival. I want to prove that, I'm as good, if not as better, than you. So again, spiteful, but I really, really, really do love that aspect of it. So I'm really, really hoping that this again is setting up for Akane to face her first real loss. Because again, like I've mentioned, I feel like that's the one thing the series has really been missing, is Akane facing an obstacle that she hasn't been able to easily overcome, through a little training, through a little practice so far. So I want her to see, that she still has, hurdles to clear. She still has, so much further to climb before she can kind of prove herself as a Rakugo, can prove the worth of her father's craft. So yeah, I'm really hoping that this is going to pay out with Hikaru's performance kind of showing Akane how much more her rivals have improved and changed and grown as much as she has. So we'll see what happens with that, because again, I'm standing by what I said at the beginning. I feel like Akane is going to come in third, and I feel Zenmai is going to come in fourth. I think the upset victory would be Hikaru coming in first, with Kaiichi coming in second. Hikaru edging out a victory, I think, would be a really, really nice upset for this, especially given how much hype Kaiichi's been given so far, with how much rave reviews his performance got, and the fact that Isho picked him as one of his pupils. I feel like it'd be a lot more impactful to have Hikaru kind of have an upset victory to upset that balance. We'll see. It's still too early to call, but looking forward to where it's going from here. So like I mentioned, look forward to Akane Spy Family Kaiju chapters dropping today. As always, like I mentioned, if you like my content, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It really does mean a lot to me. And until next time, this is Ash. I'll talk to you all later.